Chapter 6, Sloka-29. Akriti, we will do chanting. Sarva Bhutas
Sarvabhutas
Thamatmanam
Anatmanam
Sarva Bhutani
Sarvabhutani
Chatmani
Chatmani
Ikshate
Ikshate
Yoga Yuktatma
Yoga Yuktatma
Sarvatra
Sarvatra
Samadarshanaha.
Samadarshanaha.
Very good. Now Sloka 30. Yomam
Yomam
Pashyati
Pashyati
Sarvatra
Sarvatra
Sarvam Cha
Sarvam Cha
Mai Pashyati
Mai Pashyati
Tasyaham na
Tasyaham na
Pranashyami
Pranashyami
Sachamena
Sachamena
Pranashyati.
Pranashyati.
Thank you. So Shloka 30 is one of the important shlokas. It can be chanted when someone is feeling loneliness. You know, we get that feeling like we feel we are alone. So that time we can chant this shloka and it will help us to overcome out of that feeling. Now Shloka 29. So remember chapter 6, the topic is meditation. So in this chapter, Krishna Bhagavan Ji has said how a normal person can start doing the meditation and attain perfection in doing meditation, and with the help of meditation that person can attain moksha, that is liberation from the cycle of life and death, attain Krishna Bhagavan Ji. That means attain Krishna Bhagavan Ji in the sense you can feel the divine power, you can feel the positive power, positive energy, like someone is taking care of you. So now Krishna Bhagavan Ji says that the perfect meditator see his self in all the living beings and all the living beings in his self. That means that meditator doesn't differentiate. There is no liking and disliking in that meditator. Generally, we have the liking and disliking, Agrati? Like I may say ki, I don't like dogs, and I will say I like cats, like I may say I don't like rose flowers, I like orchids. So like this, likings and dislikings in food, it can be in any aspect, it can be on any topic. But when a normal person becomes a perfect meditator, that feeling is gone. There is no liking and disliking. Suppose Akriti, when go to a zoo, and over there in the left there are tigers and in the right there are lions. So Akriti will say, oh, I don't like tigers, I like lions. But if Akriti attains the perfect meditation, she will say, okay, fine. All the living creatures are made by Sri Krishna Ji. And I see Sri Krishna Ji in all the living creatures. So this is the difference between the normal human being and a meditator. They realize the true self, they get united with God, right? And they see all the living creatures with equanimous eye. That means there is no equanimous in the sense in everyone there is Sri Krishna. So they start believing this fact. What is this? It is just a feeling that we need to understand. It is not that we are going to create something or invent something or bring something. It is inside us. It is inside us that we need to feel it. We need to accept it. We need to trust. Yes, this is what Krishna Bhagavan Ji is saying. The trust should become, the belief should come that everywhere is Krishna Bhagavan Ji and every living being has Krishna Bhagavan Ji. And there is no liking and disliking. And this is what No, Krishna Bhagavan ji says throughout the Gita that nothing outside is going to change. Outside, everything is going to be the same. The entire world. What is going to change? This body, and inside this body, the feeling, the thoughts, the intentions, the senses, the mind, heart, this are going to change when we listen to Krishna Bhagavan ji, his teachings. Able to understand? So here, this is what a normal human, we can take a normal human being who doesn't know anything about God, doesn't know anything about self or the soul. So they will react normally. But we have come long way, right? We are not new to Gita, and Gita is not new to us. Krishna Bhagavan ji is not new to us. We are being learning, trying to understand what is God. So now at least our way of seeing things should change. You know? Way of taking the things, way of taking all the situations, way of accepting, way of adapting, that must have modified till now. So it has been a long journey. Those Krishna Bhagavan ji is making us realize that no, you are not anymore a normal human being. You are on the path of moksha. Come on now, who's going to explain? Akriti, please.
They're saying that few people have likes and dislikes, but when you attain moksha, you won't have. For example, someone likes this type of flower, but the other person doesn't like, but that person doesn't like the other type of flower. So they wanna, if that likes and dislikes will go away if you chant shlokas and attain more.
Very good. Thank you so much. Now we'll move to the next shloka. So the next shloka is important shloka. It can be chanted when someone is feeling loneliness. So here Krishna Bhagavan ji speaks to us directly as Ishwar. He says that a person who sees Krishna Bhagavan ji in everything and everywhere, so he or she will never lose God, and God will never lose the dear devotees and will always take care of his devotees. Why is that so? Because we have built a relationship with the God, right? We have built a relationship. What is the relation? We are the devotees and he is the God. Like you are the student, I am a teacher. So same way, there is a relation. So same way, Krishna Bhagavan ji is saying that meditator and God, there is a connection. They both have connection with each other because the devotee is remembering Krishna Bhagavan ji and Krishna Bhagavan ji is remembering the devotee. So they both are connected always. And you know Krishna Bhagavan ji's weak point, he loved his devotees to the most. Are you able to understand? Like, no, if you remember him one time, he will remember you 100 times. And he likes his devotees, no, like crazy. He don't want to lose any of his devotees. He will do anything for his devotees. So what we have to do? Just remember him. That's it. Chant Gita shlokas, and you are his favorite devotee. He will not let you go. Even if you forget, he will make you remind you that you need to remember him. You need to chant the shlokas. So that relation we need to build with him to always be connected with him, and so that he's always taking care of us. So this is what Krishna Bhagavan ji is saying, that when a person no starts seeing me everywhere. So what is this everywhere? Is that ever happened with you that you have visited some other god temple or you have seen some other god's photo, but you have said Krishna Bhagavan ji pranam or Shree Krishna ji pranam? Has this ever happened with you? No? but it happened with me. And no other students in my other class have shared that though we would see any god, but we say Krishna Bhagwan Ji Pranam. So this happens when you are more, what you say, more near to Krishna Bhagwan Ji, when you start seeing Krishna Bhagwan Ji everywhere and in everyone. This is what is called the true connection. So Krishna Bhagwan Ji is telling what will happen. He will not lose you at any cost. So whenever you feel loneliness, you should always think that you are not alone. Krishna Bhagwan Ji is always there with you. That is why you are in the Gita class. That is why you are his devotee. You are remembering him. That is the reason you are able to chant Gita shlokas so lovely, no? So fluently. Bindas. Able to understand? So Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying, so basically what happened when we start seeing everywhere in everything Krishna Bhagwan Ji, there is again, we are equanimous, there is no feeling of liking and disliking. When you see in everywhere Krishna Bhagwan Ji, can you dislike him? Not at all possible. Or can you like him? You are just happy by seeing him, that's it. So this is the feeling, or this is what happens when a person is able to be on the path of moksha, or one who is always remembering Krishna Bhagwan Ji, or one who is chanting the shlokas. This is what Krishna Bhagwan Ji says, that what is the result? This is the result. This is what has been said in the shloka. Okay, Ritu Bhabi, your turn.
Yeah, in this shloka, Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying that in the previous shloka, he was asking us to have an equal sight for everyone. All persons are equal. And now Krishna Bhagwan Ji is saying that a person, a meditator who achieves such a stage, who sees me in everyone and everyone in equal spirits, such a person will never be lonely. I will always be there for him, and he shall always be my favorite devotee. And Krishna Bhagwan Ji never leaves his devotees. He loves his devotees more than the devotees love him.
Correct. True. Thank you so much. We will do one more shloka as we have time. Like, chapter 6, shloka 31, Akruti. Sarvabhutas
Sarvabhutas
Thitam yo mam
Titam yo mam
bhajatye
Vajatye
katva
Katva
mastita
Mastita
sarvatha
Sarvada
vartamanopi
Vartamanopi
sayogi
Chayogi
mai vartate.
Naivatate.
Thank you. So this is the continuation of the previous topic, that what happens to that perfect meditator or the yogi. And as Sri Krishna ji says that the yogi who sees Krishna Bhagwan Ji present in all the living beings is always residing in the heart of Krishna Bhagwan Ji. No matter what circumstances the yogi finds himself in. In other words, devotee doesn't lose his connection with Sri Krishna Ji in any situation, and though living in the material world, though no doing all the material activities, the devotee is always residing in Supreme Lord's heart. So what happened when that devotee by chance forget to remember Sri Krishna Ji? Sri Krishna Ji will remember him and make him realize that, we are connected with each other and you are forgetting me. Because he is very possessive about his devotees. And it is a fact. I'm telling from my experience that it is the fact. He is very possessive. Here he is telling that I am connected, but I am saying he is very possessive. of his devotees, and he won't let you go anywhere apart from him. So that is what we need, right? Supreme Lord is possessive for his devotees. Wow, awesome. What else do you want? When he becomes possessive, when a devotee becomes possessive of Supreme Lord, the best thing on this universe. Understood? So this is what, in a very simple words, we can say that the yogi who has realized his true self will always be focused on the true self in all the types of the situations, and while doing all these material activities, being in the material world, being in the material life, but connected with Krishna Bhagavan Ji, being union with Supreme Lord. This is what happens. So there are three ways, right? One is following the path shown by Krishna Bhagavan Ji. Second is always remembering him, that is by offering. Third is by chanting the shlokas. So these are the three easiest way that one can become the best friend of Krishna Bhagavan. On Akriti, your turn.
Krishna is saying that if someone attained moksha, that person should not have any dislikes or any likes, and that person chants slokas and does his primary duty. If you do that, then Sri Krishna, if you do only one of those things, Sri Krishna will never forget you.
Very good. Thank you so much. So we get the awareness, right? What is this? He is creating the awareness in us because he wants us to be his favorite devotee. Why he is telling all these things to us? Because he wants that you listen and you try to be on this path, try to become my favorite devotee, make me your friend. He is requesting us. I want to be your friend. Please make me your friend. For that, little, very little rules is that we remember him, we chant the shloka. Very simple. Hai, for friendship, because we cannot visit his house and he's always there with us. We cannot go to Vaikunth. So for going to Vaikunth, we have to leave this body. So being in this body, to be his friend is the very simple thing that we always chant the shlokas and always remember him. So now we'll do one more shloka as we have still more time. Huh? नहीं. Chapter 6, Sloka 32. Akriti. So Sloka 32 is also one of the important shlokas. It can be chanted if someone is feeling humiliated or discriminated. So this can be chanted like someone comes and tease you or bullify you or try to pull you down. So this shloka will help you to save yourself. Come on, Akriti, your turn. Chapter 6, Shloka 32. Atmau pamyena
Samyena
sarvatra
sarvatra
samam
samam
pashyati
pashyati
yorjuna
yorjuna
sukham va
sukham
yadi va
yati va
dukkham
dukkam
sayogi
sayogi
paramo mataha.
paramo mataha.
Thank you. So how this shloka is like, if somebody bullify you or hurt you. So here Krishna Bhagavan Ji is saying that the perfect meditator start experiencing the happiness and sorrow of others. Others means the strangers. So he's telling that perfect meditator respond equanimously to all the situations. So that is why if someone comes and trying to hurt you, what happen? You will start understanding that person, that why that person is coming and hurting me. No, instead, generally what happen, a normal person, what the normal person will do, either they will both argue or fight or get angry, right? The situation will be this. But when a normal person has attained the position of perfect meditator, instead of reacting, that person will start understanding that why the opposite person is so angry, why he is trying to hurt me. Because if somebody is coming and shouting on you, that means that person itself in a situation, either something is gone wrong with that person, but normal person will not be able to understand this. They normally, what happened, we normally react, right? But Krishna Bhagavan ji is saying, a perfect meditator will not do so. In fact, that person will understand the sorrow of the opposite person and will try to handle that situation in that. So Sri Krishna Bhagavan ji summarizes the entire topic of meditation. He says that one who sees himself in others and thus experience their joy and sorrow with equanimity becomes a yogi or a meditator of the highest caliber. Sri Krishna ji echoes the golden rule in this shloka. He says that the perfected meditator sees no difference between himself and other beings, just like we don't see difference between our left hand and the right hand or any of our body parts. So this is the very common teaching of Sri Krishna ji, that to be equanimous, to see everyone with the equal vision, there shouldn't be any feeling of liking and dislikings, right? Remember from the chapter 2, he's trying to make us convince this. Why he's telling all these things? So that we try to implement in our life, try to use it in our life, in our feelings, in our thoughts. So he wants us to be like that. That is why he's teaching us, he's telling us again and again. Why do we teach? You go to school, your teacher is teaching you. Why she teaches you? So that you get the knowledge, right? And you understand the fact. The fact is being taught, right? Is there any myth is being taught in the school? No. The reality, the fact, the truth, teacher teaches you in the school. The same way, Krishna Bhagavan ji is our supreme teacher. He is also teaching us the fact, the reality, the truth, and he wants us to understand it, to accept it, to believe in it, and to use in our life, daily life, every day, every second. This is what Krishna Bhagavan ji is saying in Shloka 32. Bhabhi, your turn.
Yeah, in this shloka, Krishna Bhagavan is saying that such a person who sees me in everything, he will even understand the sorrows and happiness of another person. He will understand why that person is in sorrow or why he has mood differences. In short, he will be aware of people and why they are behaving like this. So he will have consciousness of all his surroundings and people's behavior because he is merged with Sri Krishna ji.
Thank you so much. Akriti, your turn.
Understand.
It's okay, whatever you understand.
Okay. If you Sri Krishna is saying that if you chant the sloka and someone's fighting with you, then you will know that why that person is mad at you.
Then?
That's all I understood.
Then what will you do?
I don't know.
Okay. You will try to cool down that person who is mad at you. Try to understand his situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.